We'll start.
Yes, Bhogaji.
Okay. Om Vinayaka Namastubhyam Satatam Modaka Priya Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varanane Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaye Nathaya Sitayaः Pataye Namaha. Sriraghavam Dasharathatmajamaprameyam Sitapatim Raghukulan Vayaratnadipam Ajanubahumaravindalayatakham Ramam Nishachara Vinashakaram Namami. Anjaneyamatipaṭalananam Kanchanadrikamanīya Vigraham Parijata Tarumūlavasinam Bhavayami Pavamananandanam Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Tatra Kritamastakāņjalim Bāshpavari Paripurnalochanam Marutim Namata Rakshasantakam Kūjantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kokilam. Sarvebhyo Namaha Suprabhatam. We just completed the 16 qualities. Before I start, like I said in the very second one, but then I forgot last two classes. So let us do Panchangam every class so that we get used to remembering our Hindu calendar as well. Otherwise, we'll only be with Gregorian calendar and forget the Hindu calendar. So as I said, Panchangas are, as you see in the column, Tithi, Vara or Vasara, Nakshatram, Yoga, Karanam. Those are the 5 Panchanga elements. Today's Tithi is in Sharvari Nama Samvatsare. When you say A, Asau, the endings, it means in. So Sharvari Nama Samvatsare, Uttarayane, Vasantartau, Vaishakhamase, Shuklapakshe, Dashami is the Tithi today, which is till 23:39. That means 11:39 p.m. Vasaraha, Sthira Vasaraha or Shani Vasara, also another name. Nakshatram is Magha till 2:10 p.m. afternoon. After that, Purva Falguni Nakshatra starts. Yoga. So last time I said yoga and Karana are, every day we have 2 yogas. Typically 3 Karanas, sometimes a 4th one also might creep in. So yoga, now we have Dhruva Yoga running till 26:40, which means till late in the night, early morning, 2:40 a.m. 12 o'clock is afternoon, 24 is midnight, 2 hours and 40 more minutes after that, so till 2:40 a.m. After that, it is Vyaghata Yoga. Karanam is currently Taitila till afternoon 12:56, Garaha till 23:39. So when I say Paryantam, means till. So 23:39 Paryantam. After that, it is Vanik Yoga. And so before I continue, any questions, any comments from, or rather I have a question. Now, how many of you, I see in the Google Classroom, I think not even 25%, that means not even a quarter of the number of students present there have actually, done or submitted the homework. And the homework was very simple. We only said just list those 16 qualities, preferably the Sanskrit names. and write your understanding. Otherwise, what happens? Generally in Bharat, right, or in, for the on a sarcastic note, what they say is in Harikatha and all, right? People come because that used to be the entertainment. They sit, they watch, they go back and enjoy. We don't want this to be like that. We said at the same time we will not make it an academic, too academic class either, but something in between, so that at least things that we have to, take seriously, we will take them seriously. Which is, for example, um, at least these qualities. We should know at least what are those top 16 qualities that is sought by Maharshis like Valmiki, etc. We have not done, at least today, let us attempt putting them together with our understanding and possible examples. So that was my point. Does anyone have any questions or your own comments, your new learnings? And hopefully everybody memorized the first 5 slokas, because that is very, very, very important, right? In fact, and we said our goal is at a minimum to memorize this entire first sarga or the first chapter of 100 plus shlokas by heart. And as I said in the very first class, this is called Bala Ramayana. At least Bala should memorize it for sure. Make sure all of our children memorize this first sarga kanthastha, so that then they are aware of the Ramayana briefly, concise Ramayana. No, not concise. What is it? Abridged Ramayana. Right. So kindly do that.
So, Bhogaji, I have two questions actually. One is like for the Sanskrit meaning of those guna or qualities. So, whatever you listed, it can be one of them, correct? It does not have to be outside what you listed. Is it right?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, it can be one or your own, even from your own understanding or from your own research. If you know more, add it. We will discuss.
Okay. And secondly, the udharan, the examples you said, correct? That should be like for Sri Rama or anybody's, any instance we have to mention with that, showing that quality.
Well, up to you. We thought most recent example will be of Sri Rama because that is what we have been discussing. But if you find a much better one, please go ahead and list it. Because the point is to understand those qualities. But at the same time, since we have taken Ramayana as a reference, we should know at least that these qualities are known and listed, documented in Ramayana also as examples, as incidents. But up to you, anyways.
Okay. Dhanyavad.
Okay. Who can sing those first 5 shlokas today? Otherwise, I will volunteer somebody. Let me see who all are there. Is anybody volunteering, or do you want me to volunteer them for you, for me? No, nobody. Okay, then I'll pick Radhika ji. Radhika Mode. हाँ, भवती पठति वा?
आम्, सुप्रभातम्।
प्रथमपञ्चश्लोकान्।
तपस्वाध्यायनिरतं तपस्वी वाग्विदाम्बरं नारदं परिपप्रच्छ वाल्मीकिर्मुनिपुङ्गवं कोन्वस्मिन् साम्प्रतं लोके गुणवान् कश्च वीर्यवान् धर्मज्ञश्च कृतज्ञश्च सत्यवाक्यो दृढव्रतः। चारित्रेण च को युक्तः कोन
सर्वभूतेषु
सर्वभूतेषु को हितः
विद्वान्
विद्वान् कः समर्थश्च कश्चैक प्रियदर्शनः आत्मवान् को जितक्रोधो द्युतिमान् को न सूयकः कस्य बिभ्यति देवाश्च जातरोषस्य संयुगे एतदिच्छाम्यहं ज्ञातुं परं कौतूहलं हि मे महर्षे त्वं समर्थोऽसि ज्ञातुमेव इदं मम
idham naram.
ज्ञातुमेवमिदं नरम्.
Good, very good. Hope others also have memorized like that. It is very, very important that we know these 5 shlokas that we have done so far. Okay, so we will continue. So we completed with the fifth shloka was Maharshe tvam samarthosi jnatum evam vidham naram. So, hey Maharshi, you are the most capable one to know a person, such a person, evam vidham naram, this kind of a person. Which kind of a person? The one who had or one who has these 16 qualities and currently living in this world. So that were the conditions that Valmiki very, what do you say, Vinamra ke saath he has asked Narada Maharshi, for which today we will start with the response of Narada Maharshi to Valmiki. So all of you repeat after me. We will read all these shlokas first. Shrutva Chaitat Trilokagno. Let me pick at least one person who can repeat after me. Maybe Nagaraj ji, can you repeat after me?
Mahoday, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Shrutva Chaitat Trilokagno.
Shrutva Chaitat Trilokagno.
Valmikir Narado Vachaha.
Valmikir Narado Vachaha.
Shruyatamiti Chamantriya.
Shruyatamiti Chamantriya.
Prahrushto Vakyamabravit.
Prahrushyo Vakyamabravit.
Prahrushto Vakyamabravit.
Prahrushto Vakyamabravit.
Bahavo Durlabhaschaiva.
Bahavo Durlabhaschaiva.
Ye Tvaya Kirtita Gunaha.
Tvaya Kirtita Gunaha.
Ye Tvaya Kirtita Gunaha. Mune Vakshyamyaham Buddhva. Tairyukta Shruyatam Naraha.
Tairyukta Shruyatam Naraha.
So we will continue with the remaining shlokas. We will first understand these 2 shlokas so that we can then read the whole set of shlokas together. So there is 6th shloka. Shrutva Chaita Trilokagno Valmikir Narado Vachaha Shruyatam iti Chamantriya Rushto Vakyamabravit. Shrutva, matlab sunke, having heard. What? Etat Valmikehe Vachaha. Valmikehe means Valmiki apostrophe S. Valmiki's Vachaha, his words, his statements. Etat, this. So having heard these sentences of Valmiki, Naradaha Abravit. Narada replied or told. What? Shruyatam. Shruyatam means, may you listen now. To suniye, aisa. Shruyatam cha amantriya. Amantriya is invited. So he invited Valmiki to listen. So that means, yeah, Valmiki, please come. Acha baat aapne pucha. Baithe, I will tell you, like that. So Shruyatam iti cha amantriya prahrushto. Harsha is a word that we know, right? Harsha is a name. Harsh means delight. Delight is a probably equivalent word of harsha. One who is delighted is called Hrishtaha. One as a person, one as a thing, one as a heart, one as a sentence, speech. Prahrishtaha Naradaha. So delighted Narada, Vakyam Abravit. He made his statement, he told his statement. So that is the meaning of it. Shrutva Chaita Trilokagnaha. And what type of Narada is? Trilokagnaha. We said if there is a word ending in nyaha, it means janati. Yah janati is sahagnaha. So what does he know? He is a knower of Trilokas. Trilokagnaha. Narada is known for their knowledge of past, present, and future, general affairs, current affairs, history, culture, every topic, every possible topic of all-round knowledge of all the three worlds. So Trilokagnaha, Prahrishtaha, Naradaha, Valmikehe Vachaha, Etad Valmikehe Vachaha, Shrutva, Shruyatam, Iti cha amantrya, Vakyam abravit. That is the sentence of that shloka. Then the next.
Can anyone hear Bhogaji? I think, or just
No, I
me?
think we lost his voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cannot hear him.
I think he'll join back. I just have to wait. Bhogaji, are you on mute? Bhogaji, you have to unmute yourself or something. And
Yes.
we, I think, lost you, so we didn't hear anything from second shloka yet.
But did we hear the sixth one? Shrutva Chaita Trilokagnya,
Yeah.
that completed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So then the seventh shloka is where we, I was saying that when anybody asks you a question, typically today also, our first response will be good question, right? Or if it is a very critical question, then our first response will be, oh, tough question, great question. That's our first response before we start elaborating or articulating our answer, right? Same way, Narada also, what does he say? Bahavo durlabhaschaiva ye tvaya kirtita gunaha. Very tough question. These are very tough qualities. Durlabha. Durlabha, sulabha, durlabha. Sulabha is easily obtainable. Durlabha is very tough to get them. And these are very tough, not easily, achievable qualities. So what you ask for is not an easy question, to find somebody with all those qualities. That is what he means. Bhavaha, and that too not ordinarily durlabha. Bhavaha durlabha gunaha. Because he asked for 16 and he said, it is not that these 5 are easy, but the other 10 are tough. It is not like that. He's saying all those gunas are bhavaha durlabhaha gunaha. Ye tvaya kirtita guna. Which ones? Tvaya, by you, kirtitaha, praised or as sought for. Ye gunaha tvaya kirtitaha bahavo durlabhaha. That is what it means in sentence. So those qualities, these qualities that you asked for, these are very tough to obtain, to see in somebody. Valmiki is saying Narada. Bhavo durlabhaschaiva ye tvaya kirtita gunaha. However, Mune, O Valmiki, vakshyami, I shall say, I will tell you. Vakshyami is future tense. Vakshyami aham buddhva, by giving some food for thought or exercise, giving good exercise for my brain. Let me recollect and see, who is that person who will come close, because it is very tough. Bhavo durlabhaha. So let me see who I can find who is closer to be that one person with all these 16 qualities. That is what he means there. Buddhva, aham buddhva vakshyami tair yuktaha naraha. Taihi is bahuvachana of, or tair yuktaha means with those qualities. Taihi yuktaha. Yuktaha is possessing or in having them. So tair yuktaha naraha shruyatam. So may you listen. I'll recollect and tell you. May you listen. Such a person who is in possession of all those qualities. That is what he's saying. Bhavo durlabhaschaiva ye tvaya kirtitaha gunaha maharshe mune vakshamyaham buddhva tair yuktaha shruyatam naraha. So that's what he said. And then he starts telling the actual story in response. So the first sloka, Nagaraja, you can repeat after me. Ikshvaku prabhavo
इक्ष्वाकुवंश प्रभवो
Ramo nama janaishrutah
रामो नाम जनैश्रुतः
Niyatatma mahaviryo
नियतात्मा महावीर्यो
Dyutiman dhrutiman vashi
द्युतिमान् धृतिमान् वशी
Buddhiman nitiman vagmi
बुद्धिमान् नीतिमान् वाग्मी
Shriman shatrunibarhanah
श्रीमान् शत्रुनिबर्हणः
Vipulamso mahabahuh
विपुलांसो महाबाहुः
Kambugrivo mahahanuh
तम्बुग्रीवो महाहनुः
Mahorasko maheshwaso
महेरश्को महेश्वासो
Mahorasko maheshwaso
महोरश्को महेश्वासो
Gudhajatrurarindamah
गूढजत्रुरनिन्दमः
Ajanubahuh
आजानुबाहुः
Sushiraha
तुषिराः
Sulalatas suvikramah
सुललाटः सुविक्रमः
Samassama vibhaktangah
तमः समविभक्ताङ्गः
Snigdhavarnah pratapavan
स्निग्धवर्णः प्रतापवान्
Peenavaksha vishalaksho
पीनवक्षावसालाक्षो
Lakshmivan shubhalakshanah
लक्ष्मीवान् शुभलक्षणः
Dharmajna satyasandhascha
धर्मज्ञः सत्यसन्धश्च
Prajanancha hiteratah
प्रजानां च हिते रतः
Yashasvi jnana sampannah
यशस्वी ज्ञानसम्पन्नः
Shuchirvashya samadhiman
शुचिर्वस्य समाधिमान्
Prajapati samasriman
प्रजापतिसमः श्रीमान्
Dhata ripunishudanah
धाता रिपुनिषूदनः
Rakshita jiva lokasya
रक्षिता जीवलोकस्य
Dharmasya parirakshita
धर्मस्य परिरक्षिता
Rakshita swasya dharmasya
रक्षिता स्वस्य धर्मस्य
Swajanasya cha rakshita
वचनस्य च रक्षिता
Veda vedanga tattvajño
वेदाङ्गतत्त्वज्ञो
Dhanurvede cha nishtitah
धनुर्वेदे च निष्ठितः
Bhogaji,
Ah.
sorry to interrupt. I think you're not sharing your screen, so nobody can read the shlokas.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I mean, probably Nagaraj is super good, so he can immediately follow, but not others.
Okay, good. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah. Do you see it now?
Yes, now we can see.
Okay. So, Sarva Shastrartha Tattvajñah
सर्वशास्त्राज्ञ तत्त्वज्ञः
Smritiman Pratibhanavan
श्रुतिमान् प्रतिभानवान्
Smritivan Pratibhanavan
स्मृतिवान् प्रतिभानवान्
Sarvaloka Priya Sadhu
सर्वलोकप्रियः साधुः
अदीनात्मा विचक्षणः
अधीनात्मा विचक्षणः
सर्वदाभिगतः सद्भिः
सर्वदाभिगतः सद्भिः
समुद्र इव सिन्धुभिः
समुद्र इव सिन्धुभिः
आर्यः सर्वसमश्चैव
आर्यः सर्वसमश्चैव
सदैकप्रियदर्शनः
तदैकप्रियदर्शनः
स च सर्वगुणोपेतः
स च सर्वगुणोपेतः
कौसल्यानन्दवर्धनः
कौसल्यानन्दवर्धनः
समुद्र इव गाम्भीर्ये
समुद्र इव गाम्भीर्ये
धैर्येण हिमवानिव
धैर्येण हिमवानिव
विष्णुना सदृशो वीर्ये
विष्णुना सदृशो वीर्ये
सोमवत्प्रियदर्शनः
सोमवत्प्रियदर्शनः
कालाग्निसदृशः क्रोधे
कालाग्निसदृशः क्रोधे
क्षमया पृथ्वी समः
क्षमया पृथ्वी समः
धनदेन समस्त्यागे
धनदेन समत्यागे
धनदेन समस्त्यागे
धनदेन समस्त्यागे
सत्ये धर्म इवापरः.
सत्ये धर्म इवापरः.
So in the 19th shloka, in the first half till here, now you might be thinking, right, what Valmiki, how many qualities did he ask for? He asked it in 3 shlokas, in 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Just in 3 shlokas Valmiki asked. But Narada Prarushtaha, right, he is delighted to start explaining or to start answering for Valmiki. So now see, he didn't even start the story. He's only saying, you know, all right, you can listen now. I'll tell you by recollecting that person who is, you know, having all these qualities. And he starts listing the qualities. How many shlokas did he list now? From 8th one till almost, let us say, 19th. 10.5 shlokas. He's listing only qualities of such a person that he knows, right? Who is that person? He starts with the very first word here in the 8th shloka. So he says, Ikshvaku Vamsha Prabhavo Ramo Nama Janaishrutaha. In the Vamsha of Ikshvaku, Prabhavaha means born. There is one born in that Vamsha. Ramo Nama, with the name of Ramaha. Rama is his name. And how do I know that? Janaihi Shrutaha. I heard this, you know, from people. Or people know him by this name. They have heard him with his name as Rama. Ikshvaku Vamsha Prabhavo Ramo Nama Janaishrutaha. And then he starts listing all the qualities. So what we'll do is, we'll say these qualities. Niyatatma. And if anybody can count as I'm reading these qualities, then let us see how many qualities that Narada responded to in response to Valmiki's inquiry of 16 qualities. So can anybody count and tell me at the end? Niyatatma, Mahaviryaha, Dyutiman, Dhritiman, Vashi, Buddhiman, Nitiman, Vagmi, Shriman, Shatrunivarhanaha, Vipulam Saha, Mahabahu, Kambugrivo, Mahahanuhu, Mahorasko, Maheshwasaha, Gudha Arindamaha, Ajanubahu, Sushiraha, Sulalataha, Suvikramaha, Samaha, Samavibhaktangaha, Snigdhavarnaha, Pratapavan, Peenavakshaha, Vishalakshaha, Lakshmivan, Shubhalakshanaha, Dharmajnaha, Satyasandhaha, Prajanancha Hiterataha, Yashasvi, Jnana Sampannaha, Shuchihi, Vashyaha, Samadhiman, Prajapati Samaha, Shriman, Dhata, Ripunishudanaha, Rakshita Jivalokasya, Dharmasya Parirakshita, Rakshita Swasya Dharmasya, स्वजनस्य च रक्षिता वेद वेदांग तत्वज्ञः धनुर्वेदे च निष्ठितः सर्वशास्त्रार्थ तत्वज्ञः स्मृतिमान् प्रतिभानवान् सर्वलोकप्रियः साधुः अदीनात्मा विचक्षणः सर्वदा विगतः सद्भिः समुद्रैव सिन्धुभिः आर्यः सर्वः सर्वसमः सदैक प्रियदर्शनः सर्वगुणोपेतः कौसल्यानन्दवर्धनः समुद्रैव गाम्भीर्ये धैर्येण हिमवानिव विष्णुना सदृशः वीर्ये सोमवत् प्रियदर्शनः कालाग्निसदृशः क्रोधे क्षमया पृथ्वी समः धनदेन समस्त्यागे सत्ये धर्म इवापरः. Did anyone count whenever I took a gap? How many did it come to?
64.
64. So there you go by the count. Valmiki asked for 16. Out of delight, Narada, very, probably he realized as he was listing all of them, he said, oh, if I don't stop with these qualities, Valmiki never will be thinking like us. Hey, when will he start telling me the story? He's only telling me this, listing these qualities, right? So probably he took a break and said, okay, 64 qualities. And there is some significance to these numbers also in our Sankhya Shastra. 16 is the Shodasha Kalaha, we say. There are 16 Kala, one common meaning that we know is art. But Kala is also 16 shades, let us say. And what is the significance of, how did we arrive at that 16 as a good number? Because for us, we started with Panchangam today. For us, Chandra is our reference for counting. So how many Tithis do we see of Chandra? We have Chandra thing as a Paksha, right? There is Shukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha. In Shukla Paksha also we have Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dashami, Ekadashi, Dvadashi, Trayodashi, Chaturdashi. How many did we come to? 14. Then we have Purnima, Ama, 2 more. So 16. So that's how there are 16 shades of moon, of Chandra. And so typically we say if there are 16 kalas, Shodasa Kalaha is a good number for us to, first level of number to count. Then the next thing that comes is Chatushashti Kalaha. We say Chatuhu Shashti, 4 and 60. So 64. 64, there are Chatushashti real Kalaha also. There are 64, what do you say, art forms. And so, very coincidentally or, consciously, Narada has responded with 64 of those qualities. We will not go in that depth as we went for those 16, but still we'll try to read each quality in a better detail. So when it starts with Ikshvakuvamsha Prabhavo Ramo Nama Janaishrutaha, Ramaha is the name. And so what is the significance of the very name Rama? As I said even in the beginning, right? Any word in Sanskritam is a definition. It can be only 3 things. It is either a definition or an acronym or an abbreviation. Let me give you all the 3 examples. So Ramaha, what does Rama mean? When Vasishtha named Rama as Rama, it was because when he took Rama in his hands, he saw a quality in him, and so he named him. Or he observed Rama for so long, and then he saw, hey, anytime I see this person, I remember him, I remember this quality, and so we name him. In fact, even in our culture also, traditionally back in India, nowadays we don't have gurus who name, who can see the future of this child, who understands some qualities of this child, and accordingly finds that summarized name for it. We don't have such gurus, and we lost that culture today. But even friends or relatives, they name us based on some quality that they have seen us. They Motu, hey Chotu, right? Because they know this fellow is a short guy. So we are called Chotu. Or that fellow is too Motu hai. Or hey Lambu, right? So typically names are essentially definitions, qualities. They are defining the quality of that person as we have seen him or as we have known him. So that's the first quality of a name, of any word in Sanskritam, which is a definition. The second one, as I said, is an acronym. An acronym, as for example, let us take Vipra or Shakra. Shakra is a name for Indra. Shakra, there are two syllables in it. We should read it as Sha.Kra. It's an acronym, essentially. It's like VIP, V.I.P, very important person. There are three words with three first letters. Shakra is such an acronym. Shata Kratuhu. So the eligibility for an Indra, for the post of Indra, is essentially somebody who has performed at least 100 Kratuhu. Kratuhu is yajnas. You should have done 100 yajnas for the welfare of the society. Such a person is eligible to be Indra. And then, there is contest and, somebody is chosen as Indra. So Indra is one of the names, Shatakratu. Likewise, Vipra, we say, right? Vipra. Vishesha Prajnaha is Vipra. Vipra. Vishesha Prajnaha. Significant knowledge, or distinguished knowledge, somebody who has, is called Vipra. So the second type of words in Sanskritam are the acronyms. And the third ones are abbreviations. A small part, because we don't want to give that big quality of the name. So we pick an abbreviated name. I'm trying to recollect an example. I'm not recollecting. If I recollect anything, I can tell, or if anybody else remembers one, you can quote later. So what does Ramaha mean? Ramante yoginaha asmin yadva ramayanti swakan. So there are two definitions of Rama. Ramante yoginaha. All the yogis, they ramante, what do you say? Enjoy, probably, closer word. They enjoy in him. When they see him, especially yoginaha, not just ordinary people, yogis. When yogis find delight and enjoy looking at him, seeing him, being with him, such a person is called Rama. Yadva or Ramayanti Swakan. So it is either ways. When somebody is getting delighted, is he getting delighted or is Rama delighting them? Right? So there are two sides of the coin, right? So they are also qualifying it or completing the substantiating with the other side also. Ramayanti. Ramante is I enjoy. Ramayanti is I give you enjoyment. Or he gives you enjoyment. Ramayanti, whom Swakan, his own people. Swakaha is swasya janaha, is swajaha. So Swakan, his own people, he enjoys, he gives them enjoyment. Ramante yoginaha asmin yadva ramayanti swakan. So that's the Rama. So Ikshvakavamsha Prabhavo Ramo Nama Janeshwataha Niyatatma. What does Niyatatma mean? Nigrihitantah Karanaha. The previous quality definitions that Valmiki asked also, we said Vashikritantah Karanaha. Right? It is a similar one. Vashi is somebody that you brought it under control. Nigrihita, Nigrahana. Nigraharana is restraint, probably. So, Nigrihita Antahkaranaha. Antahkaranaha, we described that day. What is Antahkarana? Essentially the mind and all the devices, organs that are inside our body. Antah, which are making this body vehicle, run smoothly, perfectly, as we want it to go. So such an antakarana which is nigrahita, which is under restraint, that means not, left free for it to go haywire. Nigrahita antakarana niyatatma. The other definition given is nitaram yataha. Nitaram is always, forever, continuously, without any interruptions. Nitaram yataha. Yataha means prayatnam. Praptaha atma. So praptaha is through that continuous trials or through those continuous efforts, prayatnam. Atma praptaha. Atma is Ishvaraha. So somebody through continuous efforts has obtained, has realized Ishvara, the God. Yasmat saha niyatatma. So if you see, this is another acronym or probably an abbreviation also. There is an acronym and abbreviation here. Ni for nitaram, ya or yata is for yataha, prayatnam karoti, and he has obtained the atma. So ni ya atma, ni dot ya dot atma, essentially. Nitaram yataha atma niyatatma. So somebody through constant endeavor who puts continuous efforts in realizing, in Advaita terms, himself, his own Atma, or in Dvaita and Vishishtadvaita terms, Ishvaraha. Atma is the Paramatma, as the other God, as the Supreme Being. So that is Niyatatma. Niyatatma, then the next one is Mahaviryaha. What is Mahaviryaha? We all know it, but just for it. Achintya Vividha Vichitra Shaktihi is one definition given in the Govindaraja Bhashya. What is Mahavirya? Mahavirya is that Shakti which is Vichitra. Vichitra is, what do you say, special. That special energy or that special power which gives you Achintya, unimaginable, Vividha Vichitra Shakti. Different types of power and unimaginable, different types, special powers. Unimaginable, multiple, for different types, I'm trying to find one word, multiple, unimaginable, multiple, special power is Mahaviryaha. Achintya Vividha Vichitra Shakti. Then another definition given is Mahadishvaravarti Viryat Api Adhikam Viryam Yasya Saha. So here this is given by a devotee. So he is glorifying it further. He says Mahat Ishvaravarti, Ishvara by God. That significant power that is there in God, Mahadishvaravarti Viryat, from that power also, from that Virya. Viryat is उससे भी. So ईश्वर जो ईश्वर का रहा हुआ महावीर्य से भी अधिकम वीर्यम यस्य सह. So beyond what is in that God, somebody who is able to have beyond that, more than that. Or in Advaita terms, whatever we normally think we have as our limits, we think, oh, this is what God has given me. I am meant for this much. Somebody who is able to go beyond his capabilities, who takes that one last additional stretch or step to go beyond his abilities and achieve things. So that is what is the definition of this. Mahadishvaravarti Viryat Api Adhikam Viryam Yasya Sah Mahaviryaha. So Niyatatma Mahaviryo Dyutiman. So now see, I think another exercise as we go through this is find if there is the same quality that Valmiki has asked for. Do you see it listed? How many of them are listed? Let us see. So far, from what Valmiki has asked, Niyatatma, it is not verbatim, that is not what Valmiki asked for. Mahavirya, did he ask for Mahavirya? No, right? So
There is a Viryavan though.
Huh?
There is a Viryavan though.
There is Viryavan, yeah, but verbatim Mahavirya is not there.
Right.
Verbatim, if we see, near the Dhyutiman is there. Dhyutiman, Dhritiman, Vashi, Buddhiman, Nitiman. Sorry, these are Narada's words. In Valmiki's words, what is it? Sampratam Loki Gunavan, Kascha Viryavan.
Dutiman ko nisvika.
Huh?
Dutiman ko nisvika.
Dhyutiman Kona Suyakaha. Correct. Dhyutiman. So verbatim this word is asked by Narada also. So we have already seen what is Dhyutiman there. There we saw much more beyond, much more glorious definitions, such as Sarvalokasya Didruksha Janaka Deha Kanti Visheshaha Dhyutiman iti. Tadvan Dhyutiman iti. But here again, simple definition again to recollect. Yutihi is Kantihi, Tadvan, Dhyutiman. Swabhavika Prakashavan, one who has that natural Swabhava, Swabhavataha Prakashavan. Swayam Prakashaha Jnana Swarupa iti yavat. So, he is radiating as an embodiment of knowledge. That is literal meaning of Swayam Prakashaha Jnana Swarupa. Which means, again, we discussed, right? Somebody who is more knowledgeable, Tejasvi, will automatically be radiant. That is a Dhyutiman. Ishvaraha Prakashakarta. So, such a, because Sarvalokasya Didruksha Janakaha is essentially Ishvaraha, Prakashakarta. Then the next one is Dhritiman. Now, what is Dhritiman? Dhritistu Tushti Santoshaha iti Vaijayanti. I think sometime back also I said we have several Thesaurus. There is Amara Koshaha, there is Vaijayanti Koshaha, there is Ratnakara Koshaha. So in Bhashyams, they will try to give us references to synonyms from one of these Koshaha. So Vaijayanti Kosha, from Vaijayanti Kosha, they are saying Dhriti, Dhritistu Tushti Santoshaha. So Dhriti, Tushti, Santoshaha, these are synonyms, he is saying. And so the reference from Veda Vakya is Anando Brahma. So Dhriti means Tushti or Santoshaha. Now how do we substantiate that? Anando Brahma, says Veda, iti Shrutihi. And another definition given there is Apat Sampado Ravi Kritihi Chittasya Dhritihi Tadvan. Apat Sampadaha. So whether Apat Sampadoho is Shashti Dvivachanam. There are two words here. Apad, Sampad. Tayoho iti. So Apad is, calamity or difficulty, tough situations. Sampat, happy, you have everything that you want. Apat, you don't have anything or something negative fell upon you. Apat Sampadoho Avikritihi. So there is Vikara in we say, right? Vikara or Vikritihi. Vikriti is, there is Sukruti, Vikriti. Prakriti, Vikriti we say, right? Vikriti is artificial or negative or not good, dirty. Prakriti is natural, looking good. Vikriti is dirty. Or Vikara is essentially losing away from your state, not being yourself is Vikara, Vikriti. So whether in the times of tough situations like Apat or Sampad, when you are full of wealth and happy and delight, in either of these, you don't lose yourself. Avikritihi. Vikritihi is, dirty or losing yourself. Not being your Prakriti is Vikriti. Avikritihi. Apat Sampador Avikritihi. Avikritihi. Not losing yourself. That means you being yourself, whether you are in happy situations or in unhappy situations. Tadrasha Chittasya Dhritihi Tadvan. So that quality is called Dhritihi. Dhriti is remaining yourself in either of the sides of the situations. Ishvara dharana prerana tadvan. Again, these are much bhakti glorifying definitions. Because we have to cover so many qualities, we will run a little faster than we went through those 16 qualities. So the next one is, so Niyatatma, Mahavirya, Dhyutiman, Dhrutiman, Vashi is the next quality. Dhrutiman, was it there verbatim? No, right? Dhyutiman konasruya kaha kasya vibhyati devastu jatroshas. So we didn't have that verbatim one. Vashi is the next quality. Jita Sesha Bahirindriyaha. So that is what is Vashi, he's saying. Jita Asesha Bahihi Indriyaha. So all the Indriyas, Asesha Indriyas, and there is no Indriya that is left out. Unleft out victory, Jitaha, over all the Indriyas. That is Vashi. Another definition, Sarvam Jagad Vashe Yasya Asti Iti Vashi. One who has got Sarvam Jagat, the entire world, Yasya Vashe Asti Saha Vashi. So one who has the entire world.
Sorry, Bhogaji. So Niyatatma and Vashi, are they similar then?
So these are various additional substantiations, a little bit more. Niyatatma is more about himself. His nigruhita antahkaranaha. Right? And through his efforts, he is able to realize the Atma. He is a Niyatatma. But Vashi, he is, of course, so he started with qualifying, he has control on his own Indriyas. But by control on his Indriyas, he is able to influence, when we say Jagat Vashi, Sarvam Jagat Vashe Asya Asti Iti, that means control doesn't mean as a dictator, but as an influence. He is he is able to influence the whole world.
Okay. Thank you, Bhogaji.
That is Vashi. So Sarvam Jagat Vashe Yasya Asti Iti Vashi. In fact, this is where we have to understand as Karyakartas, how do we get this quality of Vashi? We should be able to influence the world. Anywhere we go, we should be able to influence them with all our radiance, with all the good qualities that we know, and bring them into our fold. And as we said, because we want to build Ram Sena, where there are so many Ramas, right? And so for that sake, we should be able to influence and bring more and more people into our fold. So that is Vashi. Another definition given is Sakshat Swaniyamya Ishvara Dwaracha Sarva Vashakarta. Again, further definition giving, Sakshat Swaniyamya, again, through his own control. Ishvara Dwaracha Sarva Vashakarta. So there are two steps given here. One, through your own efforts, you attain that restraint on yourself. In fact, for all the Swayamsevaks also we say, right, how Dr. G changed himself after he started Sangha. He was very, very ferocious person in the past, very angry and all. But later, he changed himself to be such a loving, beloved person. We have seen so many people, so many leaders who only they change themselves. So how do they change that? By niyama, swaniyama. By keeping restraint on their feelings, on their temper, on their anger, on their temptations, etc. And that is how they become beloved. Any leader. And so our first example is Rama, and since then, millions have followed him and could achieve that quality. So Sakshat Swaniyamya, and we say one who helps himself, God helps him. That's what a common English statement also, right? So likewise here, Sakshat Swaniyamya Ishvara Dwaracha. So here, through God also, he gets that additional push or additional help for Sarva Vashakarta, to become Vashakarta of everyone, to be able to bring everyone under control. Control meaning, again, let's not take it on the dictatorial control term, but for our understanding here, Vasha means essentially influence. Let us take it that way, so that it is a positive definition of it. So,
Yes, so Bhogaji, in modern terms, or currently, there are so many YouTube influencers. So he is like an influencer who, with his own stuff, he could influence others so easily.
yes, essentially that, yes. See, if you see, otherwise he was just a prince of Ayodhya, of Koshala Rajya, which is a small kingdom in the north, right? But they are called Chakravartis. Very surprising. See, even Dasharatha, his father, or even Raghu, Dilip, all of their ancestors, they were by political, geographical influence or power, their Rajya was only Koshala Rajya. That small Koshala area in the UP, where Ayodhya was their capital. But they were called Chakravartis. And several times Indra calls Dasharatha for help. Hey, Rakshasas have come to invade us. Dasharatha, we need your help. Dasharatha goes with his army. Boom, he defeats everyone there and returns back. So even though political boundary was limited, influential boundary was unlimited. And that is our definition of our Rashtra. In fact, that is why I think most of us get fooled with the current definition of a nation, of a country, which is by boundary. And, because British wrote like that, saying, oh, there was never an India, we formed it, they were all princely kingdoms. But our style was not about geographical boundaries, it was about influential boundary. What is my influence? How far can I influence? That defines our state. So that is our Rashtra. Anyway, so yes, Vashi is about influence. So Niyatatma, Mahaviryaha, Dyutiman, Dhrutiman, Vashi. The next quality is Buddhiman. I think all of us know this, but traditionally a big definition is given. What is Buddhiman? We think, Buddhiman is somebody who has Buddhi. What is Buddhi? Intelligence, intellect, we think, right? But let us also take the definition from Shastras. Buddhehe prashastyam. Buddhi, everybody has buddhi at their own level, but prashasti. Prashastyam is buddhehe, excellence. Excellence of the buddhi, cha. And now they are qualifying that excellence. What is that excellence? Sakrit gruhita vismarana vapodvapadi shaktimatvam. It's a big samasa given there with lot of qualities defined. Sakrid grihita avismarana avapa udvapa adi shaktimatvam. Shaktimatvam is the ability, the capability to possess what? Sakrideva prapannaya tavasmiti chayachate. We quoted that slokam. Abhayam sarvabhutebhyo tadamyetad vratam mama. Says Rama in Yuddhakanda, 18th sarga, in the 33rd shloka. So Sakrid means once. And even in Venkateshwara Suprabhatam, Sakrit Sevaya Nitya Seva Phalantam Prayachha Prabho Venkatesha. With just one time of Seva service, Sakrit Sevaya Nitya Seva Phalam. We are so greedy. With one seva that I do, give me the phala of Nitya Seva. So Sakrit means once. Sakrit Grihita. If he receives it once, Avismarana, no forgetting. That means Ekasantagrahi, we say, right? It is similar definition here. If he reads once, or if he hears once, if he studies once, Sakrit Grihita, Avismarana, never forgets it. Non-forgetful. Avismarana. Smarana, Vismarana is forget. Smarana is remember, avismarana is forget. Smarana is remember, vismarana is forget, avismarana is not forgetting. Sakrit grihita avismarana of what? Of avapa, that means that one that you have received to retain, and udvapa or forget. So once you read or once you receive an input, you will forever retain it and not forget it. Such shaktimatvam, such capability is buddhiman. So let us try to read the whole samasa. Sakrit grahita vismarana vapo dvapa shaktimatvam is called buddhiman. The reason I'm trying to give some of this is so that we understand how our script, how our Bharatiya philosophy, how our system of sciences have defined these terms. And of course, sarvajnaha, yes, sarvajnaha, saha sarvavit iti shrutihi. So that is buddhiman. And then there is nitiman. What is nitiman? Niti, in most of the, or in some of the southern regional languages, niti means moral. But in Sanskrit terms, niti is policy. For example, Rajaniti, we say, meaning, political policies. So nitiman, somebody who is aware of those nitis. What are those nitis? Some of them are listed here. Kamandakadi prasiddha rajanitihi tadvan tadnyata. So one who has those, one who is aware of tadnyata of what? Some of that times known rajanitihi texts, political administration texts or something like that. Kamandakadi prasiddha rajanitihi. So that is a nitiman. What is the other one? Maryadavan. We all know this. Maryada Purushottam of the name of Rama, quality of Rama. Maryadavan. So Maryada is again a protocol, essentially. Maryada means protocol. Again, in most of our regional languages, Maryada comes down to respect, respectful. But that is because it is a protocol of respect. There is a standard protocol. When a prime minister walks or a president walks, yes, he might be his friend, but he still looks at him, at the most shakes hand, continues on. So that is the maryada that they have to follow. Yeah, once you are at your home, in a private party, you might do everything, you might be much more intimate and close. But in that political sabha, you will follow the maryada. So maryadavan. Brahmadibhyopi niti sikshakaha is another definition given here. So Maryadavan, what kind of a Maryadavan is he? Brahmadibhyaha means for Brahma and all other such Adi, Brahma and others, also Niti Sikshakaha. He is able to teach Niti, train the Niti, the policies for even Brahma and other deities also. And qualified by Veda, some of the Veda mantras here, Dhata Yatha Purva Kalpayat, Esha Setur Vidharanaha, Esham Lokanam Asambhedaya Ityadi Shrutihi. So that is about Nitiman. So that means he is Buddhiman. Once he grasps something, he will retain it forever and never forgets it and is able to apply it correctly. Nitiman, very knowledgeable of all the protocols, of all the codes of conduct, let us say. And Vagmi is the next one. Prashasta Vak. Vagmi is about walk. Vagmi is somebody who has Prashasta Vak. That means anything he talks only relevant, appreciable, worthy kind of statements only. That means he doesn't talk anything, cheap or loose. Such a one is Vagmi. Shobhana Vak Yasya Asti Iti Vagmi. One whose Vak is Shobhana. That means always pleasant, talking good. Shubha Vak, जिसका वो Vagmi है. यो ब्रह्माणां विददाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहीणते tasmai iti shrutihi. Again, some of the Veda statements qualifying these definitions. Because the whole point is about to establish that Ramayanam Vedopa Brahmanam. Ramayana is not another ordinary story or another fictional story or a mythology, but it is essentially a depiction, an example depiction of somebody who lived the life as defined in Vedas. That is what essentially. That is why our Bhashyakaras are trying to quote so many Veda Vakyas when they give these definitions. So the other definition of Vagni is Atishaya Vachanavan. Tad Vachanasya Atishayatvam cha Brahmadi Mohakatvena. So when he talks, he's always talking extol, we say, right? Which means a stalwart kind of a talker, a speaker, orator, a speaker. So Atishaya Vachanavan, anything he talks is always Atishaya, again, don't take as an exaggeration here, but as in the best. Anything he talks only the best. Such a person is called Vagmi. And 832. Srirangji?
We can finish this slide at least.
Okay, that might take a few more minutes. We'll try to finish this slide. Okay. So Sriman is the next quality. Generally we say, right, Sriman, Sriman Srirangji, Sriram, Sriman Ajayji. That became our cultural usage to say as Mr. Srirangji, for example, if you want to say. That in our Bharatiya terms is Sriman. But when it is given as a quality, then what does it mean? Sarvatishayi Shobhaishwaryadi Yuktaha. Sarva Atishaya Sarvatishayi, one that is giving the Atishaya. Sarvatishaya Shobha Aishwarya Adi Yuktaha. So somebody, Sriman, when we say somebody who has that extraordinary Shobha and Aishwarya. So that is what? Shobha and Aishwarya. Wealth, extraordinary wealth is one definition that we know anyway. Samruddho Bhaya Vibhuti. Vibhuti Aishwarya. Samruddha Ubhaya Vibhuti Aishwarya. So Samruddha and Aishwarya both are there with him. Samruddha Vibhuti Aishwarya. Shrihi, again, that is a Veda Vakya given. Bana, said by Bana. Ruchas Samani Yajoginshi, again, Veda Vakyam. Shriyah Lakshmi, Shriyas Lakshmi Swamini Sita Tadvan Nityam Tadyuktaha. So now somebody is saying, okay, when we say Shriman, who is Shri here? Shriman means somebody who has Shriya, as we said, Tadvan. Akaranta ending words will go with Van. All non-akaranta ending will go with man. So Shri is Ikara. So Shri Man, that means somebody who has Shri. What is Shri? Lakshmi. All the qualities of Lakshmi. So here they are, qualifying it with Lakshmi as Sita. Shriyaha Lakshmi Swamini Sita. Tadvan Nityam. So somebody who is always with Sita is Sriman. So with this definition, what they are saying is Sriman as in Sitavan, which means Ekapatni Prataha. Then Shatru Nibarhanaha. So Shatrunam Bhakhyamtaranam Nirbahano Nashakarta. So Shatru Nibarhana. There are two words. What is Shatru? What is Shatru? Shatrunam Bhakhyamtaranam. Antashatruhu, we said there are shed 6 enemies inside. And there are, of course, Shatrus outside for a Kshatriya and for everyone else. So, Bhahyamtaranam Shatrunam Nibarhanaha. Nibarhanaha is Nashakarta, one who is able to get rid of, ruin the enemies that are inside and outside. Shatrun tadvirodhino, Shatrun antah tadvirodhinah nibarhayati nashayati Shatru nibarhanaha. Same thing, another definition given there. Shatrun means who, he is saying. Shatrun swashrita janapakarinaha. So for a king, for a kshatriya, swa ashritaha, those who take refuge in him, those who look up to him as their leader, those are swashrita janaha. Unto them, those who do apakara, those who do apakara, those who harm the people who took refuge in me are my shatrus. That is what is the definition of shatru given here. So shatrus is swashrita janapakarinaha nibarhayati duri karoti iti. That is the definition of shatru nibarhanaha. So as Srirangi said, we'll stop here. So if you see the qualities so far, we have listed 10 of them. Niyatatma, Mahavirya, Dyutiman, Dhrutiman, Vashi, Buddhiman, Nitiman, Vagmi, Shriman, Shatru Nibarhanaha. We have 50 more qualities, but we'll try to run them probably in the next class as quickly as we can. Should we stop here?
Yes, boy, sure. Can stop recording. Actually, one thing I forgot today was didn't ask anybody to take notes particularly, but I think many people must be taking. So if you are taking notes, please upload them in the Google Classroom. Next time, hopefully, I'll remember to ask somebody to take notes specially.
Srirangi, आप शांति मंत्र बोलिए. With that, we'll stop formally.
Sure, I'll just say, I think everybody on mute can repeat on mute. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Okay, so I stopped the recording here.